Hi, I'm Harlene Anderson with the Houston Galveston Institute. And Chris, thank you for inviting me to say a few words about Lynn. It's absolutely a pleasure to do so. Let me just set the context that being a member of the Galveston group, I walked into working with some people who were very curious, and when they were curious about someone's ideas and practices, they went to the source. So Harry Galician, myself, and George Pulliam heard that Lynn Hoffman was doing a workshop in Birmingham, Alabama. The medical school there had invited her, and we had been following her on the pages of books and journal articles, but never seen her in person. So Harry had a plane, a Cessna something then, so we all hopped on Harry's plane and flew from Galveston, Texas to Birmingham, Alabama. So we go in, and here's this warm and gracious, attractive, tall woman, very friendly, greeting everyone. And we sat down. She begins her workshop, and she wants to show a video. Well, the video equipment doesn't work. So they call in the technicians, and the technician comes, and he spends time, and he spends time, and he's trying to get her video to work, and it doesn't work, and it doesn't work, and he finally gives up, and Lynn finally gives up. And Harry, in his very nonchalant kind of Columbo way, just walks up to Lynn and says, "Well, do you mind if I take a look at it?" And in 1 minute, Harry had fixed it. So that was the beginning of a long connection with Lynn. There was just a sense of synchronicity from the very beginning, and not only in terms of just personal styles, I think, but also in terms of ideas and practices, and particularly having a sense of wanting to challenge what was going on in the field of family therapy. That, like Lynn, most of the things that we were reading, with some exceptions, were outside the field of family therapy. So it began a long friendship, a long colleagueship that certainly I have treasured. There was always an exchange of ideas, still is, and that kind of reflexivity and reflecting back and forth with each other is another chapter to this story that I'll tell you about in another clip. However, from that moment on, Lynn became a role model for me in terms of her presence, in terms of her intellectual curiosity, in terms of her writing, and I admire her so much, and she has contributed a lot to my professional development, mostly from afar, and many of the influences she'll probably never know about. So thank you, Lynn, and thank you again, Chris.